No doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Pacers foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And here is Hill. After Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. Three-pointer, Lawson. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Lawson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Cullen passes to Plumlee. Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
From deep, Miles. And Harkless pulls it down.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Trailblazers leading by 5. Nobody near Lillard. And the Trailblazers another 3.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
And Miles kicks to Lawson. To the wing on the left. Out to the right wing. Looking to end the run. Poked away. Stuckey kicks to Lawson. Back to Stuckey. Tries to keep it alive. And stolen by Lillard. Harkless dishes to Lillard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, a bit over eager right there. Left his feet too early.
Yeah, and if you're already boxed out like he was, just back up. Because if you don't, you're going to get called for the over-the-back foul every time.
Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason. And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
And that's always your first priority defensively, Greg, and I think they're doing a nice job.
On its way from Stuckey for 2. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off of back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure.
And so Stuckey nails both of them.
And really, it's going to be more of a reload than a rebuild situation for the Pacers. You would have to imagine the goal isn't just to get back to the playoffs, but to get back to being a conference final participant. And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
That was your pace mates. Let's let them know how great
You were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clark, he helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
Pacers trailed by 6. And the basket by Hill.
You know, sometimes you don't like to see guys pull up from three-point range on the break, but for him, with nobody on him, that's a pretty good shot.
Roberts hits the three-point bomb. Roberts got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And George kicks to Hill. The dish to Allen. Outside, George. There's the screen. Passes it to Hill. 6 to shoot. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. Clock at 2. And here's Ellis for 3. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
This one for 3. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And the Pacers call time here. Brian Roberts went undrafted in 2008. Initially couldn't latch on with an NBA team. So Clark, he played overseas for a couple seasons.
But he kept going to NBA summer camps, Kevin. Finally found the spot with the Now he's in his 4th NBA season. A dream come true.
Pacers trail by 6. Outside, George. And the Pacers, another 3.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
There's the pick. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Roberts got 8 points.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Ellis wide open. They get the rebound. Allen passes to George. Sinks the triple. 8 points for him.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
And Roberts kicks to Anderson. And there's the pass to Crabbe. For 3. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
And now the fast break. Hill with the ball. The offensive rebound. Outside for George. Jacks up a 3. And Indiana, another 3.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
So timeout call here, the first for Portland.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. McCollum comes in for Gerald Henderson. And Lillard subbed in for Crabbe. And the Pacers with possession here. Trailing by 2.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every team goes through injury woes and bumps during the course of a season, but the Blazers just seem to be, at least in the last half dozen years or so, hit very hard every year.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Trailblazers leading by 5. Lillard outside. Dishes it to Davis. Cullen passes it to Davis. He kicks it to Roberts. The Pacers pull it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the wide open shot from Stuckey. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Lillard outside. And another three for Portland.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Lawson kicks to Turner. Lawson outside. In the corner, Stuckey with it. Stuckey with another miss. Trailblazers shooting very well. 58%. The offense is flowing right now early for them. A nice shot by Roberts.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Stuckey for three. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Fires the three. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Mahinmi dishes to Hill. They get it back. Outside for George. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's 2 fouls for him very early in this ball game. He'll probably have to spend some time on the bench before halftime.
And George, here we go.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Yeah, you know, defense or not, good defense or not, those are shots you got to make. I mean, they're missing some easy ones.
Now Leonard. After the miss, three from Damian Lillard.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed him.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Chris Kanman's checked in for Davis. Noah Vonleh comes in for Leonard. Harkless is checked in for McCollum. And Crabbe subbed in for Brian Roberts. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
George, that's a two-pointer. Three-pointer. George missing again. Portland leading by 9. Kicks it to Crabbe. Now the feed to Harkless. Came in a screen. Here's Crabbe. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And really, guys, the most telling part of the Pacers' injury troubles was this. Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you are always replacing an injured player in the lineup.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. .32 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Crabbe. Vonleh kicks to Crabbe. And they go to the intentional foul. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Lillard outside. From outside, off the mark.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
And here's Miles outside. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
What a terrific shot. Those Hail Mary buckets. Oh.